Get in here, get in here. Hey, shippers. So, can we talk? Can we talk? Um, Hi. So, I know I haven't been around. I've been working, and my life has been a little crazy, a little up and down, a little chaotic. And I haven't really been on here in a minute. I haven't been on here in a minute. Like, I started talking to one of my subscribers. Shout out to her. Let me get her name. I started talking to. I feel so. It was. I want to pronounce it correctly. That's why. Just give me a second. Fire Spawn. I started talking to Fire Spawn, and I absolutely adore her. I haven't been here in a minute. I know y'all miss my Indie Mac reviews. Like, I miss them too. And I've been trying to like feel around, get back into myself, trying to figure out what shows I want to talk about. So I started watching Young Royals on Netflix. Yes, yes. I started watching Heartstoppers. I started watching um I started watching the Marvel Universe. I'm starting all the way from the beginning. I have not seen the Multiverse of Madness. Haven't seen it yet, but I'm trying to work my way up to that. I did watch WandaVision though, and then I had to go back and start the MCU. Um, I will be starting season 2 of High School Musical, the musical, the series. I know I said I was going to do it before, but things just got really hectic. I'm gonna start watching that. So can we talk? There's just been so much going on in the media. I should watch Miss Marvel. Ooh, that sounds really nice, Queen. I'm gonna try. I'm watching all of it. I'm watching it all in order. Um, I'm on Captain America, the Winter Soldier. So we just saw Bucky, and it was really cute. Like, I don't know why, but like when he reunited with Bucky, I was like, oh, because they were just like so like best friends, and I thought their relationship was real cute. Um, I saw Thor. I watched all of that. Like, I already have my ships. I already have my ships. Um, I don't know whether I like Captain America with Black Widow, or I like Captain America with Bucky, or I like Captain America with Iron Man. I don't know what it is. It's something about, it's like I'm shipping everybody because everybody just has so much good chemistry. That's how you could tell the movies are good, when everybody has good chemistry. Like, just the whole like squad together, just the Avengers team. Everybody has really good fucking chemistry. Um, I'm a little weary to watch the Spider-Man movies. I'm just gonna be honest. I watched all of the Raimi movies growing up as a child. I watched all of the Amazing Spider-Man. I'm a little wary because Tom Holland, I love him as an actor. I love him as a person. I don't know if I feel about him as my Spider-Man. Sam and Bucky. See, I haven't got that far yet. I haven't got that far yet. So far it seems like Sam and Bucky have like this thing with Captain America so far, because remember, I only saw the Winter Soldier. I really like both of their characters individually. I know they have a series. Um so I'll see how that works. So far it feels like, if that's going to be a thing right now, it feels like a love triangle, and it feels like Steve Rogers is what's bringing them together, if that makes sense. But it could be like a bromance. Like, I don't really know. I really have to get into it. Like, I gotta get into it. Just give me some time, and we will be having full reviews on that. The Marvel movies are kind of long, so I don't know if I want to review that. I think when the series wraps up, I'll kind of just give my thoughts on it. Um, yeah. Um, yeah, like, I found out recently that Lala Anthony has divorced her husband. Um, she was like, I didn't know what I was getting into. And people always tell me, when you date a rapper or athlete, you should know they're gonna cheat. You should know this. And I wish that women who want a serious relationship would stop dating rappers and athletes. Would stop doing it. Stop doing it. The rapper, the athlete, the actor, they deserve to be with gold diggers. Simple. This is why I don't shame gold diggers. I don't shame women like Sweetie. I think women who are gold diggers need to be with the rappers and the athletes, because those men tend to leave with their money in general. And if you feel like those men often are very red pill, and they often feel like because they make a lot of money, they deserve to cheat, and they deserve to have they deserve to have options. Well, if that's the case, you need to get you a gold digger, right? You need to get a gold digger, because a gold digger is only with you for your money. But those type of rappers and athletes, and then only want to go after women who they know they're not qualified for. Like, they want to go after the ideal housewife. They want to go after someone who's going to love them for them. Like, no, because if you go after a woman who's going to love you for you, it's not a lot to love, because you're a piece of shit. You're trash. You're a cheater. There's not much to love. Like, what are you talking about? Y'all say I want a woman to love me for me. You are a rapper with 30 baby mamas. You are a rapper. You are a serial cheater. You are a serial impregnator. You are a thug, a gangster. You are an athlete. That's your only talent. You're an actor, so you're a pretender. Like, you don't deserve to have the ideal housewife. You deserve a gold digger. Right? That woman is only there for your money. So as long as you have the money, she's going to do whatever you say. She'll turn a blind eye to all the shit that you do. And that's why you're always in divorces, and that's why your money always gets cut. Because the women who are with you for you, they find out that you're a piece of shit, and they divorce your ass, and then now you have to split half your assets. Right? Yeah, this is why when I tell young gay men, and I tell my trans women, and I tell my young cis women, I say this: vetting is so important. Vetting is very important. You have to be very careful about who you choose to date. Date with intentions. If it's fun, then hey, it's fun. Be safe. But date with intentions. Really look at those red flags and nip them, check them. You know? What is my thoughts on Amber Heard and Johnny Depp? That was a mess. That was a mess. Um, psychotic. Psychotic. But I guess this is what happens when you leave your main chick for the mistress, because wasn't Johnny with someone else before he got with Amber Heard? This is what you call the succubus. This is what it is. The crazy bitch, the crazy ex-girlfriend. Yeah, the narcissist. You dated the narcissist. You saw the red flags in her and you still stayed. Yeah. This whole case was a mess, but I feel like all of mankind is going to feel like this is a W for men and a L for women. Like, I feel like she is what men think all women are, or what we represent. Does that make sense? But at the same time, she's the woman you chose, because I could have sworn Johnny Depp. Who was Johnny Depp with before Amber Heard? Amber. Who was Johnny dating before Amber? He had 2 children by Laura Allison. Right? Vanessa. Vanessa? No, no, no. I think it was Vanessa Paradis. Let me see. This is what happens. You had 2 children and you was married to Vanessa, right? You was married to Vanessa for 14 years. For 14 years. And you left her for Amber Heard. If God, if it sounds like karma to me. It sounds like karma to me. Like, you was with this woman for 14 years. And I feel the same way about Kanye West. The reason why Kanye West is so good at fashion was because he was dating a black woman. I forgot her name, but she was a fashion designer, and her grandmother used to do fashion, and she gave him a book, and they were dating very heavily. And Kanye West's mother really took a liking to her. And then what? He was with he got the fashion and the style from her, and then he turned around and started messing with what's her name? The one with the bald head, Amber Rose, and then started dating fucking what you call it? Started dating Kim, and then gave all his resources and time and energy to build up Kim and make her, great. Her first name was Alexis. Yeah, the misogyny is coming out. Yeah, this is how men view women anyway. She is what you will call, like, she's like the succubus, Lilith, if that makes sense. She is the embodiment of Lilith, who was kicked out of the Garden of Eden, which Lilith isn't in any of the other stories, but Lilith was the first wife of Adam before she became a feminist, before she became the succubus or whatever, and she got kicked out of the Garden of Eden. And then Adam, and then he created Eve. Right? This is the classic. This is what men feel like most women are. But Amber isn't shit. Amber's a liar. I always felt like Amber was lying. I always knew she was. I knew she was. I didn't trust her. I never did. I never did. Beautiful, yes, looked amazing in that red wig and that outfit, like, very pretty, very pretty. Her role is now getting reduced on Aquaman because her acting was not good. We're finding out. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me. I knew the bitch was lying. Even when she was on stage, you can tell the table looked set up. We saw the bruise kit. We saw, like, her, like, stumbling over her words. Like, it was almost like the lawyers were talking in circles. Like, she didn't understand certain things. It was just really bad, poorly written acting. Like, if anything, I'm like, you're an actor. There's no reason why I shouldn't be able to believe you. Does that make sense? Like, it's like, wow, you that bad of an actor that you can't act? Like, this is the perfect time to act. At least Jesse Smollett put up the fist, and he was like, I did not do Jesse Smollett was acting for his life. Amber Heard, she wasn't acting. Like, I don't know what she was doing. She kept making that face like, I'm distressed. I don't know. That woman was Johnny's lawyer, the female lawyer. She was eating her ass up. Like, every time I saw her and she kept asking, we ended up finding out that Amber said she was going to donate $7 million to children in orphanage, and she didn't do shit. She didn't do anything. She held on to that money. She was like, I pledged. I pledged. I pledged. I do feel like it's so weird that people are seeing this real life case and think of it as entertainment. I didn't really think of it as entertainment. I just thought it was like it was just trashy. His girlfriend. Did you see what's going on with Little Nas X and BET? Yes and no. Like, I know he made some tweets about how he was very upset about not getting nominated. Um, and they kept saying, "Oh, he's a pop artist. He's a pop artist." Baby, Lil Nas X does both. He does pop and he does rap. They do this shit with Doja Cat all the time. Um, yeah, like I don't like how people are now trying to flip on him with this whole him against Saucy Santana. Like, Little Nas X been follow Saucy Santana. He likes Saucy Santana. Like, they do this weird um celebrities. Like, they're always trying to beef against. Like, why are we doing this? Like, we don't do this with the straight people. We don't do this with straight men. Like, why are you trying to? They only do this with the female rappers, and then they're trying to recreate this beef with the gay male rappers too. And I'm just like, why are you trying to make beef where there isn't? There isn't beef. Like, why? They have a song coming out. Like, there's no beef. There's all love. They make different sounds. They are completely different artists. Saucy Santana is more strictly hip hop. Little Nas X is pop. He's rock. He's country. He's this. He's multifaceted. He does all of it. Okay? He does all of it. And his hits stay on the charts. It is what it is. Little Nas X paved the way for Saucy Santana. Absolutely. And this is the gag. The girls, black women, not even black women, but women in general, are more comfortable with the Saucy Santana. And this goes back to what I've been saying. Little Nas X does not really have that much female support. You know why? Because he doesn't wear the wigs all the way down to his ass. He doesn't have the long nails. He's not a caricature. Saucy Santana gives off more of a, hey girl, how you doing? That's the more comfortable gay. They're more comfortable with Saucy Santana, right? They're not comfortable with Little Nas X because Little Nas X is masculine, kind of. He's more like a mass bottom, and they don't know how to deal with that. They don't know where to put him at, and they're a little uncomfortable with it. You know, so that's what it is. I have seen people, and I have heard people say out of their mouths on Twitter or on YouTube, Little Nas Saucy Miss Santana is more genuine. Why? Because he embodies what you think gay is. So he's more genuine to you. Oh, Saucy Santana gives me more authentic. He's more authentic. He acts like all my other gay friends. That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. Like, I was on Twitter, I remember this guy was talking about how him and his friend was wearing skirts that day. And the girls came out and they were women were driving by. They was like, "Oh yes, girl, yes. I know y'all tuck. I know y'all tuck." And then he was like, "No, bitch, we don't tuck. We let our dick swing because we're men." Jaw dropped. It's like they want you to be like, I'm an ally. I'm an ally. Like, are you, bitch? Are you? Like, thank you for your service. Like, do you want a cookie? Do you feel like Saucy Santana is a gay mammy? Yes. 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 Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. He's a gay mammy. Kind of like Lizzo. Yeah. Overweight. He's overweight. He's dark skinned. He wears nails and he wears wigs. It's funny, right? It gives off funny, right? They don't see him as a real person. I think that's what's bothering me. The girls don't see him as a real person. They see him as a girl. They see him as a guy who was imitating what it means to be a woman. even though Saucy Santana came out multiple times and said that he's more so non-binary and he likes to wear wigs and stuff, but he is very much a man. And he said that. They see him more as a caricature. You know, if you go to Armand Wiggins talks about it. Saucy Santana is really doing what needs to be done. But he also says that Saucy Santana is a kiki, right? It's kind of like it goes back to the whole Nicki Minaj thing. You saw how Nicki Minaj was joking with him online. Where's the song? Santana, right? With Rolling Red. Where's the song? Yeah. Saucy Santana is the comfortable guy. He's the gay that we're used to seeing. Does that make sense? They don't understand this new level of gay, and people are always going to try to downplay what Little Nas X does. Like Little Nas X is not getting awards, like he's not making hits, like he's not doing what needs to be done. You know, it's really funny. Um the reason why I rock with Little Nas X so hard as I do, I can honestly tell you his music, I never heard anything like it. I never heard anything like it. When I hear other artists, like I can hear Erica Banks and I can hear Megan Thee Stallion, right? I can hear Cardi B and then I can hear what you call it. I can hear Little Kim and Nicki Minaj's influence, right? Just looking at her. Um you know, I can hear what you call it, Meg Thee Stallion, hear a little bit of Foxy, maybe like a little bit of Foxy Brown, little Queen Latifah. Um I can hear Jack Harlow and I can hear Drake. I hear Drake, right? I hear Tyler the Creator, I think of Lil Wayne. I hear Doja Cat sometimes and I think of Nicki Minaj. I think about all these people. When I hear Little Nas X, I just hear Little Nas X because his sound is so different. I never hear anything like it. I don't know. There's not a song, none of his songs sound alike. There isn't a sample, there isn't a something else. All of his songs sound different. Every single one. You can't tell me one song sounds like the other. They all sound like they're made from different artists. All of it. Look at his previous work. Even when he was doing Rodeo, on he can go from Old Town Road to doing something like Panini, which is like robotic and techno, and then go from doing something that is completely different. Even Doja Cat sometimes, which is Doja Cat is that girl. Doja Cat went from doing pop to R&B to doing rap to doing rock because she has rock songs to doing all these different things. See, that's what makes an artist so like stand out to me is that they sound like nothing I ever heard before. Saucy Santana made a snippet. The song sounds really good. I'm really proud of him. Um, I think it's called Booty. He sampled Crazy in Love by Beyonce. But I heard the beat, I said, okay, that's Crazy in Love by Beyonce. And then I turned around and I was like, it sounds like the City Girls. It sounds like another City Girl rapping over a Beyonce beat and the sample is taken. But the song sounds fire. Like it sounds very Saucy Santana. But what people don't know is they think that Beyonce greenlit it. Beyonce did not make that beat. Dun, 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 dun. That beat is sampled from something else. That beat is sampled from something else. But those really be my thoughts on it. Does he? Yes, he does. He does. But he talks like he's a girl. Yeah, he want this pussy. He want this box. He want to eat my cat. Girls like that shit, right? Girls like that shit. Yeah, I'm twerking my ass in the club. Basic Cardi B shit, just with a male face. That's really what it is. Yeah, I'm popping my pussy. What pussy? That's what it sounds like. And that's why the girls like it so much. Because he talks like them. Now, if he says something that I'm fucking this nigga raw and, and I'm eating all over it. Now, if he says something like that, then the girls will be like, ooh, what is this? This is a little too aggressive. I don't know how I feel about this. Ooh, all these gay men in the prisons is giving aggression. I don't know what this is. That aggression need to be towards me. They always do. They always turn on you once you go mainstream. They always turn on you once you go mainstream. Yeah, because the thing about Saucy Santana is he was supposed to be the key. He was supposed to be the joke in the community. And once they see that he's actually getting the recognition, you know who's going to come out? Candy. Remember Candy? It's your boy, Candy. You know, the rapper with the long nails and the wig who paid the waves for Saucy Santana? Candy's going to come out. Jay Will is going to come out. Bobby Likes, who's also was on Love and Hip Hop, who is trying to make a rap career. All the femme gays are very catty. And they're catty because they think that's how they are supposed to show their femininity. So all of them are going to come over. He made a diss track towards Lil Nas X and Saucy. I'm not surprised. There's going to be a lot of hater because it's going to be like, why did they make it, right? Why did they get in the door and I couldn't get in the door? Yeah, it's going to be a lot of jealousy. It's going to be a lot of hate. And the femme gays are very fucking catty, so of course they're gonna want to push both of them against each other. And you have to think about shows like P Valley is out right now. Do you have you watched P Valley? It's about a gay. It's about a the season 2 comes on tomorrow. So the way it's set up is it's on Stars, and it's about the strippers in a strip club in the South. They're all black, and it's owned by a gay man, the strip club. And he is dominant, but he's also very feminine. He's very much like a Saucy Santana. And you know, there's a love story between him and the upcoming rapper. There's things going on with the club. There's things going on with business outside the club. It takes place in the South. So there's a lot of stuff because we have these type of feminine characters who are older, who may have a gut, who are dark skinned, who are wearing wigs, who are wearing nails, because we're seeing these people in a very serious light. There is a chance, there is now like a door opening for a Saucy Santana. And I like Saucy Santana. I always thought Saucy Santana was very charismatic. I always thought Saucy Santana rapped, outdid the City Girls by 1,000. I think he's way more talented than the City Girls. Speaking of the City Girls, I don't know if y'all heard about Young Miami going back and forth with Diddy's side chick, the little Asian girl. Messy, messy, messy. Like, I don't understand, like, ma'am, Diddy is a bisexual. He's gay. Like, he gay, he bisexual. I think he's gay. Everybody been saying Diddy was gay for years. We have mounts of evidence on the laptop. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you're fighting over Diddy? Why? Because he has money? Like, and this is the thing. I don't even understand why she's even with Diddy, because personally, Diddy, Diddy been with Cassie for 14 years and never married her. He bought her a trainer, and that's when she ended up having an affair with the trainer, and the trainer ends up marrying her. Diddy is very much like that. Um, Diddy he gets rid of you once you turn a certain age or you get too old. He gets rid of you. Um, Diddy been gay. Diddy been gay. 50 Cent came out and said that Diddy was gay. Many men in the industry said that Diddy would have these elaborate Illuminati parties, and on certain floors, he would have sex with these people. He would have certain floors will be where the gay activity happens, where the coke happens on another floor, meth happens on another floor, and then when you get to the top floor, other things happen over there. Yeah. So he's been doing this for years. He been not only that, he's been taking black artists and he's been having them signed to his label, and he's been getting over on them. He's been taking people from the hood who have no idea about contracts and how contracts work, and he would manipulate them, making Diddy with the band, or like making with the band or something like that. He has ruined a lot of fucking lives. He has stolen from a lot of his artists. There has been stories of artists saying they walked in on Diddy receiving fellatio by his artist, his male artist, because he fully expects you to have sex with him if you're a male artist. If you're a male, yes, absolutely. And he would basically hold over like contracts or not make things happen if you don't sleep with him. So he basically would use sexual manipulation as a tactic and hold your money, hold your career over your head if you do not sleep with him. Like, and he's very open about it. He's very open about it. Like, it's the best. It's a wide known secret. Like, Diddy is a monster. He absolutely did have an affair with Usher. Usher was a child. He was like 15, and he was sent to live with Diddy, I guess because it was like a training boot camp. And he slipped up when he was in front of Kevin Hart, and it's audio. He said, "We used to wake up in bed together." And then he changed it, and he was like, "Oh yeah, he was like my little brother, and we used to fight over the frosted flakes." And then in interviews, when Usher used to talk about what was it like being with Diddy, they was like, "Oh, I bet you saw so many girls there. I bet it was crazy." And he said, "I saw a lot of things I didn't really understand." What does that mean? If he saw naked women, he saw women, he would just say that. But him saying, "Yeah, it was wild and I saw a lot of things I couldn't understand." There is videos of him making out with Rick Ross. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. Diddy's a monster. Diddy is the devil and he's the gatekeeper. Like, I don't know if y'all noticed that, but Diddy is the gatekeeper to the Illuminati. Absolutely. Um there there are videos of men crying about Diddy, what Diddy used to do. Um Walking in on Diddy saying that, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, I have the power." He was just like, "I can make anybody do whatever I want." And he gets more satisfaction when he's able to make a grown man, a powerful grown man, get on his knees for him. That's what he said. It's about power. Diddy is absolutely fucking disgusting. He's absolutely disgusting. He been disgusting. He's the fucking devil. He been the devil, and everybody knows this. There's yeah. So like right now, Young Miami, like, people are basically insinuating that she's dating Diddy. She's not dating Diddy. She's fucking Diddy, hoping to get something out of it. Um Diddy is her sugar daddy. And not only is Diddy messing with her, he's openly messing with Bow Wow's baby mother, who is also Future's baby mother, Joy Travis. And then he's also messing with the Asian girl. Now, I don't know if y'all noticed, but that Asian woman who Young Miami was fighting against was also on Tasha K show on YouTube. And she came out and said Diddy used to beat her ass and he used to choke her. He used to choke her out. And then now all of a sudden, because Diddy's very manipulative, keep your enemies close, he got her back. And she's going to go back because that's what abuse victims do, right? And now these women are online fighting each other, and it's the weirdest thing ever. It is so weird. It's so weird. Like, everything about, I think people will understand that Diddy's a monster, but everything about Diddy is monstrous. And he hates 50 Cent because 50 Cent don't care. 50 Cent gonna say whatever he gonna say. He said that Puff is weird. Puff is a weirdo, and I don't trust him. He said it on Breakfast Club. Everybody knows this. So if you go party with Diddy, you need to know that. Yeah. Oh, and Superhead. I don't know if y'all know who's Karan Stephan, who was a video vixen in the early 90s. She was on the Tyra Banks show. She was on many shows. She wrote a book. She was the first Instagram chick before it was like an Instagram whole OnlyFans girl. She was the beginning of that archetype. She was the girl that everybody wanted to be with, right? She was fun. She was pretty. She ended up writing a book about all the male celebrities that she'd been with, right? And she talks about being with Diddy. She talks about how he was average, how she was with him. And Diddy came out and warned a few men about her that, allegedly she has videotape of her. There's videotapes of her with her fingers up his butt. Yeah. There's videos with her with her fingers up his butt, which is why Diddy don't fuck with her, because he's afraid that she want to expose the video or the audio. So he stays away from Corinne. And Super had been making her rounds lately in this world because she was the original, Instagram hoe. The original. What else is there to talk about? Kevin Samuels died. Oh, he passed away. I mean, yeah, the manosphere is in shambles right now. They're trying to find a new toxic king. Um, I don't care. I don't. It's 2022. They're not going to. They're not going to. They're not going to. They're not going to come out. They're not going to come out. Um, Isaiah Rashad, he got exposed for being gay, and then his music streams went up, and he has an interview with Joe Budden discussing it, but I don't know who made Joe Budden qualify to do that interview. But to be honest, I do like Joe Budden in a weird toxic way. I think Joe Budden's a little zesty. I feel like he has a lot of zesty tendencies. I feel like he's not gay, but I definitely feel like he's bi-curious, like he's on the spectrum. He talked about loving the LGBT community, and he talked about how he considers himself a part of the crew, even though even though he not, you know, openly dating men. He feel like he part of the crew. So I guess it's sad he had to be outed. I know a lot of people were upset that he was with white men. You know how the community is. You have the black gays, the white gays. They was feeling some type of way. Jealousy or whatever the hell it is. I don't know. I don't know. Um, there's stories of Whack 100 out here being zesty. Who else is zesty? Who else is Benzino, Coil Ray's daddy? He got outed with the trans woman. Just come out. Just come out. Just come out. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna need Boosie to come out for sure. I'm gonna need Boosie to come out. Yeah, I'm gonna need him to come out. Good for him. Good for him. Were we paying attention to Isaiah Rashad though? Like, it was kind of like, I guess now he's like trying to capitalize off being queer, and he has no choice but to be openly queer. But I mean, do what you make music about, what you want to make music about. Like, if you're bisexual and you want to still talk about women, you can still do that. You can still do that. Like just because you came out don't mean that you have to be forced to talk about these things. It's nice if you are open and you do talk about these things, but if you don't want to do it, you shouldn't have to. You know, like if you're not comfortable with it, I mean, you were just outed. Like, you probably lost a lot of people might be openly supporting you, but they could be no, because a lot of the times, like, a lot of people will openly support you and then talk shit behind your back. You said LOL. No, I feel like we're so starved for representation. We take what we can get. Yeah, but he shouldn't have to be thrust into the gay icon. Yeah, does that make sense? Like, it's nice that he shouldn't feel like that's his responsibility. Like, it takes time to feel comfortable with yourself. You know, like, take a breath. Baby, take a breath. It'll be okay. We'll live, and when you're ready, come home. Come home. Yeah, like come home. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you're ready and you're ready to make that move, like, we're here for you. So I watched Stranger Things season 4. Who is watching Stranger Things? He was pushed into it. But you know what? Lil Nas X said, fuck it, I'm gonna embrace it. And he embraced it wholeheartedly. But not everybody's like that. And especially he came out on his own terms because they were trying to out him, and he came out on his own terms. Now with Isaiah Rashad, he was outed before he can like flip the narrative or take control of it. He was outed. Like, we got you on video sucking pee. Like, even as a straight person, that's fucking embarrassing. It's not even so much of an outing. It's more like, damn, you got caught lacking like this. You let motherfuckers record you. Even as a straight person, that's embarrassing. So, like, take your time. I started watching Stranger Things season 4, and it was really good, and I really liked it. I do not push Steve and fucking Nancy on to me. I don't like it. I don't like it. And I would make a whole separate video on Steve and Nancy, which I do not fucking like. I would make a whole fucking video on that. I hate it. Yeah, and they were let me tell you something. They were trying to out him. They kept asking him about Nicki Minaj in every fucking interview. Every goddamn interview, they were trying to out him. He was like, and they were he was like, nope. He kept dodging it. Season 4, I don't have Netflix, so I switched for Disney Plus. Disney Plus is really good, but let me tell you something. They're trying to make Steve and Nancy happen again. Have you seen season 1? They're trying to make Steve and Nancy happen again. And I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I cannot stand them as a couple. I I never liked Jonathan. I never liked Jonathan. But I felt like her, like Nancy, if that's where you want to go, that's where you should stay. Like, you, does that make sense? Like, she was really out here. She chose to get with the guy who was out here sneaking and taking pictures of her. Pictures of her. She was out here with him. The weirdo who was out here sneaking and taking pictures of her, she was with him. So therefore, she chose to be with him. Therefore, you got to stay over there, mama. You can't come back to Steve. Yeah. So basically, let me tell you what happened. She was with Steve. Steve was popular. Steve was rich. There was nothing wrong with Steve. Steve was popular, but Steve was never an asshole. Like, he had a reputation for kind of being like an asshole, but he genuinely liked Nancy. He genuinely put in effort. She kind of changed him for the better, if that made sense. um they really liked each other, and she lost her virginity to him. They were heavy. Her friend Barb ended up dying, drowning in the pool for supernatural reasons and shit like that. um she ends up taking out all her frustration and anger out on him because her friend is dead, which is very unfair because they're both 16-year-olds, and it's kind of like, it's not my fault that she died. Does that make sense? Like, it's not my fault. Why are you being nasty to me? Why are you pushing me away? I did nothing wrong, right? So she basically takes her anger out on him. He basically, he's catering to her every chance he gets. And he asks her, like, hey, do you still love me? Like, do you still want to be with me? And she basically said that their love was bullshit and that she doesn't have feelings for him, and she possibly never did, right? That's what they decided to do, right? Instead of dealing with family trauma, instead of dealing with trauma, instead of dealing with loss, she finds an escape with, like, this nerdy guy. She finds an escape from life and pressures, and she goes out and she starts fucking cheating. That's what they do. That's what Netflix does. They try to justify the cheating, right? And the betrayal. So she gets with the less popular guy, and she's with Jonathan's ass, and they're like falling for each other behind, even though she did have a boyfriend at the time. And her Steve cuts it, she breaks it off, and she sneaks off with Jonathan, and they trauma bond. That's what it is. It's a trauma bond. It's not based on anything. It's just that I'm going through tough times. You're an emotional escape. We're going to be together, right? So they be together, and they're together for what, a year? And it's like 3 seasons are going by, and they're together. There's nothing wrong, right? Jonathan moves to California, the nerdy dude. Hold on. Jonathan moves to California in season 4. They move. Okay. They're having to deal with a long distance relationship, right? He's nervous about trying to get to the college that she likes. They're dealing with something. So you know what Slut Wheeler does? Because I'm going to call her Slut Wheeler because that's what she is at this point. Because she can't handle the drama that is going on in her relationship, she decides to take her ass back to Steve season 4 and decide to do this whole flirty banner, let me pick the cobwebs out of your hair bullshit, let me flirt with you bullshit. So what you're trying to tell me is that because she can't deal with problems, she decides that it's okay for her to go back and forth between these two people? Really? She can't just be by herself? She just can't be single? She can't just be, a grown up, or like mature and work things out. Like, y'all try to tell me this entire time, oh, Nancy is not like other girls. She's smarter than other girls. She's a virgin when they met. Oh, she's so pure, but she's not smart enough or intelligent enough to pick up the phone and actually work out their issues. She has to go back into the arms of her ex. Trash. Fucking trash. Fucking trash. I thought it was trash. The only good thing that I really got from it was character development for Max. Good character development for Elle. You know, Robin and Nancy, they were the highlight for me. I really enjoy seeing the girls together. You know, just good shit, good shit. You said, have they been focusing on Will these seasons? I feel like Will gets the least amount of focus in Stranger Things. They absolutely do. And like last season, season 3, Mike is still treating Will like shit. Will is still being a good friend. Mike is still treating Will like shit. That is what's happening in season 4. And we're seeing more that Mike is a fucking asshole. And the reason why Mike is an asshole is because Mike has a suspicion. He understands that Will is gay. Will is gay. And he's treating Will like shit because of it. Because, oh, I don't want the gay guy to have a crush on me. That's what it's giving. And it fucking sucks. It's so irritating because all Will wants is to be fucking friends. Like, he hasn't lost a fucking year. Like, he's afraid to grow up. He lost a fucking year. He was gone for the whole, like, half the first fucking season. He misses his friends and he just wants things to stay the fucking same. But yet you have asshole Mike who's like, oh, it's not my fault you don't like girls. It's not my fault you want to play lame Dungeons and Dragons. Like, you can't pretend for your friend. You spend the whole first season whining about why Will is where Will is. We have to find Will. He's my best friend. I love Will. La la la. You finally get Will back and you treat him like shit. That's what they're doing with his character. That's what they're doing. And it's so irritating because Will missed out on a whole year of his childhood. And they like to act like they don't understand that Will doesn't want things to change. He missed out on a whole year. He wants to be around his friends. He wants to be around his family. And Mike is a dick. That's what's happening. Mike is a fucking asshole. Yeah, Mike is gay. I mean, Will is gay and Mike's a piece of shit. So what ends up happening is that Elle and Mike have been texting, writing letters back and forth. But guess who didn't get no letter? Not Will. Not his best friend since he met through kindergarten. He was like, you haven't been writing me. You haven't been calling me. You haven't been reaching out. Like, I literally moved. I don't have any friends here. You're my best friend and you barely even talk to me. All you care about is fucking Elle, my sister. Like, come on. Are we not fucking friends? And Mike is like, well, I mean, what do you want me to do about it? Like, well, maybe you should have reached out more. Like, why are you such a Debbie Downer? Like, why are you always whining? Why do you want me to pay attention to you so much? Like, because you're my friend. And Will says that because you're my friend. That's why. Because you're my best friend. I lost a year. Can we just be cool? And it's giving like, bro, like, why you're always on me? Like, why are you always asking me? Why are you whining about how I didn't hang out with you? Why I didn't write you any letters when you moved? Why I didn't call you? It's like you're in love with me or something. Are you like fucking in love with me? That's what it's giving, and it sucks. No, Mike is a antisocial asshole. That's what he is. He's one of those. Mike is a fucking incel. That's what Mike is. Mike is an incel. Okay? Mike is an incel. He's one of those nerdy guys who thinks that they're so sarcastic and like witty and so much better. Like, You're a dick. You're a dick. That's what he is. Like, there's nothing. That's what Mike became, yo. That's what Mike became. And I fucking hate that they can't just give Steve somebody new. Like, give him somebody new. Like, can Steve get a girlfriend? Can he get somebody? Like, god damn. Lucas is amazing. Lucas is a what has Lucas been doing this season? Lucas is a basketball player. Yeah, Lucas plays basketball, which is wonderful, which is great. He's trying to make a name for himself. He's trying to be popular, but he's also trying not to forget his friends. Like, Lucas is very lovely. He's wonderful. You know, he's a basketball player, but he's still holding on to his friends. Like, hey, like, maybe if I get invited to this group, we can, like, it can open doors for all of us. You know, he's very loving. He doesn't not he still talks to all his friends. He's not two-faced or fake. Max broke up with him, which didn't surprise me. Like, Lucas, like, you could have been a football player, you could have joined the soccer team, you could have joined track, but you decide to join basketball. Like you forgot that Billy was on the basketball team, like her brother didn't die last year. Why the fuck would you join basketball? Like, and expect me to sit there and watch your game? Did you forget my brother was on the basketball team and he was the captain? Why would you do that? Erica is still sassy. Erica is still that girl. She's still wonderful. She's everything. Robin is everything. Love Robin. Steve and Robin, the best duo ever. Like, I honestly just wish that they would just get bitches together and live off, or have a polyamorous relationship with an extra female. Like, you know, something like that. Let's leave this Nancy and Steve relationship behind. Let's let it die. Robin has a crush on a new girl. She has a crush on a girl on the band team. I think it's really cute. Steve is giving her pep talks. It's so cute. It's very adorable. It's very adorable. Dustin has a new friend. Dustin and Susie are still going strong. They're still going strong. Online dating. Very cute. We get more Susie this season. We still get to see her more. It's very cute. There are a few new characters around. I don't want to really spoil it, but it's very good, very empowering scenes. The adults are still adulting. Yeah. Yeah. It's really fucking good. Yeah. Like, the jocks end up thinking that D&D is like demonic. A lot of them think that the devil is like they're out here doing witchcraft. So it's a lot of bad stuff. You get the church folks, the southern church folks are like coming forward this season and like, listen, there's some demonic stuff going on. It's these cults, it's these wizards, they out here doing spell work. You know, like back then when they used to try to ban Harry Potter books because they thought we was doing magic. Kind of like that. Kind of like that. I absolutely do. I listen to it on repeat. I think it's so good. I could be a better boyfriend than him. I love that fucking song. When I heard the TikToks, I was like, damn, this is gonna be iconic. She need to drop the video. And then she dropped the video, and I was one of the first people on the video. And then I started hearing it on the radio, and I was like, damn, I forgot she is affiliated with Disney. So Disney's going to make sure she get the radio play. So I'm just happy that this song is doing what needs to be done. It's just such a good song. Like, and she's just so talented. I love it. I love it. I felt really sad when they asked her would she do any more Disney movies? Would she bring any of her shows back? And she was like, no. Like, the death of that boy, I forgot his name. Oh my god, I cannot believe it. The cute one with the freckles who was on Jesse and Descendants. After his Cameron, I think his name, after he died, China and McClane ain't never been the same, and neither have Dove Cameron been the same. I'm just gonna be honest. It really is a dark cloud over both of those ladies, and they are so talented. Like Cameron, yeah. Let me tell you something. China and McClane sings down. Dove Cameron sings down. They are both fabulous actors. I love those two. Like, and I would love to see them in another movie. Like, they just deserve better. I know after his death, China became a Christian. She's a certified Christian. She's very much Jesus. I'm very Jesus. Cameron is still speaking to me spiritual. She's very much into that because that was her best friend. I could tell she was a little in love with him. Like, I think that's also what it was. And then you have Cameron Dove, who was just destroyed by it. Yeah, it's very, very difficult. Very difficult. So I'm gonna go. I just wanted to talk to you guys, see how you guys were doing. I love you. Bye, Queen. Bye.